My subscribers have spoke and I will listen. I've always said, I've always made my channels for you guys. However, this has always been a channel of cold and closed cases. So if you're not a member of my other channel, Unjustified Crimes, that's where all the breaking crime news goes. I do have a few over there of Summer Wells, but for the most part, most of these will be going over there. Without further ado, let's get into my rant and disclaimer of Summer Wells case. As most of you know that I have already said, this is a case that I was not going to touch on at all. However, many of my subscribers has asked me to please go ahead and cover this case. Now, the reason I wasn't going to touch on it in the beginning is for the simple fact that so many YouTubers already are. Now, Cher and Mr.Cher, they have really gotten out there and they have like a direct line open, conversation with not only the family, but as well as co-workers, extended family. So they have really put in the extra mile on this case. Now, I have to admit, I have been looking at this case a lot. I have been looking at different videos. I have been looking at all the interviews, and there's many things about this case that just doesn't add up to me. As usual, I do sometimes have the very unpopular opinion. When I say unpopular opinion, it's not always unpopular with everyone. Now, lots of people actually agree with my opinions many times. And for that, I thank you. I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all of the ones of you that have actually asked me to cover this case. Although I'm not quite sure I can add a lot to it than it's what's already out there other than just my opinions, my thoughts, things I see, things I notice, and I'm not even going to say that it's not even been seen or noticed before. However, that's just the way it is out here in this true crime world. Okay, now, as my title said, I do have a little bit of a rant about this case. Seeing the kind of hate and theories and just vile, ruthless things said about people from a case since another case we have all recently covered quite a lot. And I'm sure you know which case I'm talking about there. But the things I've seen in this case since Cher and Mr.Cher has started covering it, it's unbelievable. Now, on one side, we have a very seasoned investigator that is also covering this case. He has went out, he has taken interviews as well, personal one-on-one interaction with these people, actually went to their home. This guy owns a YouTube channel called The Interview Room. His name is Chris. I've watched his interviews as well, and there's a lot of information in those as well. Cher and Mr.Cher, of course, they are in Canada, so they really can't go and have a sit-down conversation with the people. However, they have done many FaceTime conversations. They have interacted with the family. So there's a lot of information out there. Now, one thing that really gets me about this case is why are we choosing to condemn anyone? On one side, you're condemning. On the other side, you're condoning. It's not helping to find Summer, okay? When you're throwing out accusations about people being RSOs, that's not even cool unless you can show hardcore, solid proof, facts, and evidence of that. That's not even cool. I mean, that's some strong words. That is some strong accusation there. Strong defamation. Unless you can show proof of what you're saying, that is defamation and slander. It's not even cool. I don't believe that for 5 minutes. It's not even true. If it were, we would see it. RSO, the whole word R, means something, right? Registered. And so if you can't find proof and documents of that being true, then don't say it. It also really got to me as I was watching along, and I'm not even going to mention a channel, I'm not going to mention a name because I don't roll that way. But the thing of it is I also seen it mentioned that everyone that was like connected to that channel and involved with that channel is RSOs. Now, that is a lot to prove. So don't throw accusations out there that you can't back up. Remember, the whole word R means registered. That would mean that you would be able to see it. And of course, you've not shown it, so please don't do that. Also, in the chat, I was seeing some vile things being said, all the way down to talking about people's skin tone, okay? Their eyes, just everything. Wow. How is any of that helping to find Summer by sitting there belittling and ridiculing and literally saying the most vile and ruthless things about people you don't even know? That's disgusting. It's like the child on the playground that's got, I don't know, it's like the child on the playground that has a cowlick, or the child on the playground that's maybe obese, but the child may be obese because he has a medical condition and it happens. Okay. So just take for a moment and think, what if that was your child that may have this medical condition and he's on the playground and you've got a whole class of children across the playground laughing and sneering and making jokes and making fun. Is it cool? It's not cool. And let me tell you, karma's real. Karma's real. Life's a boomerang. Anything you throw out is going to come back to you 10 times harder. So if you don't have something good to throw out in your life, just don't throw out anything at all, because I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you karma's real. And I don't know how you want to look at it. I don't know who your religious term said. I don't even know how these people think in their mind. But if you don't believe in karma, and if you do believe in the Bible, then we'll go the biblical term with it. You reap what you sow. So what goes up must come down. Let me tell you, anything you put out there is going to come back. Karma will have you on your knees begging when you least expect it. So please stop throwing out things like that. You don't want it to come back to you. You just don't. It's wrong. I couldn't even believe what I was saying. And this is adults. Obviously, it's adults, because in this true crime, you have to mark, no, it's not made for children. So this is adults we're dealing with that's literally sitting there ridiculing, belittling, body shaming, you name it. I seen so much in there. It was unbelievable. And not only that, going on into criminal and harassment things, calling somebody RSOs when you have no proof of that. Even taking it a step above that and saying everyone involved with the channel is an RSO. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm going to get off my rant now because this is completely ridiculous. And I feel like some kind of elementary school teacher even having to say these things. It's ridiculous. Come on, think before you speak. Because believe me, what you throw out will come back to you. Has a funny way of doing that. And it will do it when you least expect it, and honestly, how you least expect it. So remember that. Next time you type those words out there. Went into the Summer Wells case. Now, I want to say this first and foremost. Dawn, Candace, the Wells family, stepsisters, everyone, the people Unmasked has interviewed, the people Cher has interviewed, the whole 9 yards. I cannot imagine what you're going through. My heart literally goes out to you guys, and I pray to God that Summer is found safe and sound. I have my own theory of things, but of course I'm not throw it out very, very much. There's a few people that knows what my theory is, and I do hope it's correct. However, who knows at this point? There was the TBI did come out today on the news with a little bit of an update, and that's the first time we've heard from them in probably a month. But they're sitting here saying that everyone is still a suspect. Everyone's a person of interest. It's still a very active and ongoing case. That is one of the reasons I was not going to cover it here, because this channel is for closed and cold cases. However, this case has gotten so far out there and people has asked me to cover it. Keep in mind, I do have a breaking news channel. The link is in the description box, and I would love you guys to come and join me there too. And I do put the most current breaking news there. I'm not sure where most of my updates for summer is going to go, if they'll come here or over there. Actually, most of them may be going over there because it is breaking news and this is cold and closed cases here. Now, there is some things in this case that I have seen busted plumb out of proportion. Either you are dead set that these parents had something to do with this, the grandmother had something to do with this, an abduction. There's people that thinks it's been an accident, and that's the magic word, y'all, think. TBI has already asked us not to go too deep into theories, and if you do, let's just chat about them. Make sure we say they are theories, because false tips, false leads takes money, takes time, and that's not something that needs to be done at this point. TBI is still looking for this red Tacoma. They are still looking for that. Still hasn't been found. There's a lot of things in this case that I highly question, both with what happened as well as how it's being investigated. Now, you can't always jump the gun on how it's being investigated, because a lot of times when you get to this point, there's a reason you're not hearing much from law enforcement, TBI, FBI, things like that. That's because they're building a case. They're building their case and they're laying low. But believe me, they're working. I can assure you they already have their circle narrowed down to a point. I can assure you of that. They're not going to put everything out there because, of course, they can't do that, because then people's going to start running, hiding, being a step ahead. It's just not a good idea. I do find some of the things about the investigation strange, but there again, they have their reasons for what they're doing. I do believe that. Now, later tonight, I'm going to be, or it may be tomorrow, I'm going to be dropping a video about this case of one of the things that I have seen that is in high speculation and highly controversial. And there's a high likely that what I'm going to say could very well be one of my more unpopular opinions. And just keep in mind, it doesn't matter if my best friend, my mama, my husband, doesn't matter. Whatever they think doesn't always mean that is what I think, okay? That's just who I am. I say it how I see it. No matter what this channel's thinking or that channel's thinking, or it doesn't matter. If I don't see it that way, I don't candy coat things, and I don't buddy up, and I don't befriend. Because when it comes to crime cases, I keep it real. I keep it real. And a lot of times that causes me not to have the friends, and that causes me not to have the subscribers and this and that. That's okay, because I'm still going to keep it real. I'm going to explain to you what I see, what I think, and then we'll just go from there. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Tell me what you think, and we'll talk about it. And it could open more doors to what I think. But either way, I'm not going to sit and argue, and I'm not going to sit and call people names. I'm not going to sit and body shame. I mean, it's completely ridiculous, okay? Completely ridiculous. Also, let's not forget there's 3 other children involved in this. School for most children starts back tomorrow. Some started back today. Either way, it's this week for the most part. Summer's 3 brothers starting back to school. This summer, I'm sure, will be the worst summer of their life. Let's think about these kids tonight. Let's think about these 3 little boys as well as summer. because their life has been traumatically changed. Let's think about these kids too. Okay, guys, be looking for my summer video because I'm going to explain something that I watched a video on today. And just to be straight honest, this is a brand new YouTuber to me. The one I watched is a brand new YouTuber to me, but it's not a brand new YouTuber because it's actually a pretty decent sized channel. However, don't agree with you. I don't agree with you, and to be honest, I'm just going to have to debunk what you said. And I don't, and I'm not doing it to be hateful. I'm not doing it to be rude, and I'm not doing it to cause issues. I'm doing it because it's the way I see it. We can get together and talk about it. In my heart, in my eye, and what I've observed and seen, I have to debunk your theory. So yeah, I'll be getting back with you here shortly with that. Okay, guys, have a great day, night, evening, wherever you may be. And until next time, this is Unjustified.